Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's closed beta. I still cannot believe that I got to a point where I'm making this video. I cannot believe it because in case you're new and don't know me, nice to meet you, my nickname is Saivo. I've been actually covering and playing Lost Ark since 2018. So I'm still in that kind of, we're playing in Korea mentality. That's why it's hard for me to believe. However, in today's video, I will teach you how to level up, what are the things that you should pay attention through your leveling up process, how to be fast about it in case you care about leveling up fast to end game, and also a bunch of other tips and advice that I have gathered in these years and that I would give myself also if I would be new to Lost Ark. A huge thank you to those of you who are members of my channel with the monthly paid membership. I really appreciate you and it means a lot to me, so thank you so much. Now let's get into the leveling first. I'm not gonna give you the rundown of what Lost Ark is. I have other videos on my channel, hundreds of them, talking about Lost Ark, and I will link you in the description below some of them that I believe are important for new players to watch and that cover what is Lost Ark about, what are the classes, etc. So everyone starts with the prologue, and if you choose to skip it, because you can, you cut down 30 minutes from your total leveling time. By the way, in case you're curious, total leveling time from level 1 to level 50 is around 14 hours, depending on how many bio breaks you take. Now, this is assuming you're doing the most efficient thing to level up, which is solely focusing on your story quest. Story quest is orange up until level 37. 37 when you actually leave the first big island and you continue your journey onwards. And after level 37, when you leave the first island, the story quest turns into a light blue quest which you follow all the way up until 50, just for you not to get confused. Alongside doing the story quest, which is the most efficient way of leveling up, you should also do these red quests that pop along your way. You're just walking in the world, focusing on your story quest, and these quests appear to kill a couple of mobs on your way or to deliver an item on your way from that guy to that guy. These should be done as well. Once you reach Argentine, make sure to also finish the yellow quests in one of these many maps that it contains. That is because you will be missing just about 100,000 points of experience to hit level 50 upon getting to North Verne. And if you're not 50 in North Verne after finishing your story, then the end game doesn't really unlock for you, so you have to travel by boat back to Argentine and finish some yellow quests. So I'm just telling you so you can do them while you are in Argentine, and when you hit Bern, you're ding 50 and you just stay there for all of the endgame content. A couple of tips for you throughout the leveling process. It's important to read your story quest and just focus on what's needed to focus on. There's no need to spend time killing every single mob in a dungeon and chasing one that's resetting back to its location, as long as you do not need to do it. Doing only what's required is obviously part of leveling up fast, in case you're curious to level up fast. A second advice would be to always use potions. In Lost Ark, it's not a shame to use pots. They are there to be used actually. Throughout your leveling up process, you have these potions that heal you a specific number, and you also have potions that heal you percent. Now, the ones that heal you percent should not be used through leveling because they're very important for endgame, as they are the only potions you can use in raiding, for example. So you need them there. Not that it's important in the closed beta to be super efficient and not waste stuff, waste them. But just for you to know, to get used to the right way of doing things in case you're a new player, you have plenty of other regular potions that you get throughout your questing. You also have them from quests. You can buy them from a potions merchant. They are very cheap. I advise you use them as opposed to dying in content and starting over from the beginning, or using feathers of resurrection to resurrect, because you can use these feathers, for example, later on in raid and in dungeons as well, and it's more important to have them, a bunch of them, for there than to just waste them as you level up. Having a pet summoned is very important because it loots things for you, so you don't have to go around yourself pressing G on over all of the loot, and you can continue fighting alongside your group members, right? So because of that, you should definitely finish the purple quest that gives you a pet, but also for the closed beta, they will give us cash shop currency that we can use on purchasing pets, for example, from the cash shop. But just saying, do have a pet out. It makes life in general, progress a lot smoother. Other things that you can do in Lost Ark during closed beta is PvP, for example. One of my favorite parts of the game is the PvP system because it's equalized, fair, everyone's on the same footing, and it's such a lovely experience once you get the idea of it. PvP unlocks for you at level 26, where you can start doing these instanced arenas, which are the most popular forms of PvP. There is also other types of PvP in the game, such as guild PvP, for example, but that's for later on. Everyone just does these arenas, 1v1 or 3v3. These arenas, the 3v3 mode is also the ranked mode with fantastic rewards later on in ranked seasons, and also the esports mode. So definitely PvP is something that you should be looking into if you enjoy PvP. Lost Ark is as much a PvP game as it is a PvE game, and they're really trying for the PvP side of things. How do you queue up for PvP? Well, you get to level 26 to Lutera, and then you follow the Coliseum icon on your minimap, and then this board is the place where you queue up from, where you set up your build from. You can also queue up for PvP, by the way. Under your minimap there is the Coliseum icon, so if you want to keep on leveling but just queue up for PvP matches as you go, then you can queue up from almost anywhere in the world, especially places where you level up you can queue up for PvP matches. Now, I do have to give you a heads up that PvP in Lost Ark is not so straightforward to get into, as in you're gonna take your PvE build with skills and traits for those skills and you're just gonna, do a good job in PvP. It's actually a little bit more complex just at first glance. After you understand it, you're gonna have no problem, let's say, creating your own build or figuring out, this skill is good because of that trait, so I will take it. But I will link you in the description of this video a couple of other videos, one from me and one from another fantastic content creator, a PvP focused person, where we explain what is PvP and what is the idea behind it. I highly recommend you watch both of these videos before you even queue up for PvP. Otherwise, coming with your PvE build and not understanding how to tier up your skills and what stats do for you, then you're just always going to be CC'd, always going to be on the ground. You will not feel like you do any damage at all to other players. So yeah, it's easy, but you just have to learn or watch 10 minutes about it before it becomes easy to understand. Map completion, if you press N for November on your keyboard, this is something that I recommend you get a little bit into. This is related to the achievements kind of side of Lost Ark, a fantastic way of getting a taste of another side of the game, and also getting really cool rewards. You don't have to go hardcore finishing all the maps now in the closed beta, but just, maybe just get in one of the maps to 50% completion, right? Do a little bit of what's needed there. Sea and water content, once you hit level 50, you can just jump on the sea and look at these islands, maybe get the island heart for one of them of your choice, do the story there, see what's on them. This is another cool piece of endgame content in Lost Ark that is fun to do, and it gives you actually really nice rewards. Housing is another thing that I recommend you at least take a look at. For this closed beta only, we get access to it at level 26. Later on in the real game, we're gonna get access to housing after we hit level 50. But you can just get to see what housing is about, maybe even gather enough materials around the world. By the way, there is crafting and gathering also in Lost Ark. So if you unlock your house, your housing plot, and you like it, you want to get a little bit more into it, why don't you also start gathering things around the world, leveling up your gathering professions a bit? And lastly, a piece of advice that I would give myself if I would be new, now knowing Lost Ark and knowing myself also, I would tell myself, level up several classes during this closed beta. Don't just think that you come from tanking in previous MMOs, which is my case, and you have to necessarily pick a gun lancer here, otherwise there's no class for you. In Lost Ark, every single class is such a delightful experience in its own. It feels so different in PvP, so different in PvE, that you're gonna even have classes, if you try several, you're gonna have classes that you really love in PvP, but you don't really like in PvE content, or what they need to do in PvE in order to be mega efficient and really up there. So because of that, every class is a unique experience, a lovely experience. The sounds, the visuals of every class are just absolutely amazing. So I highly advise that you give a try to several classes in Lost Ark during this closed beta. To be noted that if you do get one class to 50, there is a quest waiting for you that you cannot miss at that level. That rewards you with an item called Power Pass. This Power Pass item allows you to boost up a second class to 50 in a fraction of the time that it took you to level up the first one manually. How it works, in case you're new and don't know, this Power Pass is actually an item in game that comes to your bag. So you receive it through mail in the top left corner of your game, and then you take it in your bag. Once you have it in your bag on that level 50 character you have, then you go to character selection screen, select a lobby character, and use the Power Pass item by clicking Power Pass button at the bottom of your screen in the character selection screen. This is how you use the Power Pass. So then you have all of a sudden 2 classes at level 50 that you can try, give a really good try to. And on top of these, I am actually going to advise you to try 2 more. Just pick 2 more and get them to level 20. Level 20 is sort of a sweet spot because it takes just 2.5 hours to get to, assuming you're skipping the prologue and also the cutscenes and you're just focusing on your story missions like we talked about. So 2.5 hours to level 20, you unlock a full bar of skills for your class. So a couple of skill points also in order to play around with some skills, see what the class is about. And also at level 18, you get to unlock the first challenging dungeon called Morai Ruins, and it's always nice to test the class in a dungeon that's a little bit more challenging. So that's why for me level 20 is the cheap sweet spot that doesn't really take a big time commitment, but also tells you enough about the class to at least know if you want to get it further. If you want to try the 3rd or the 4th class in PvP content, get it to 26 and just stop there. Give it also a chance in PvP. Maybe you liked it so far. And there you go, you finish closed beta with 4 classes played, 2 until 50, 1 normally, 1 boosted, and 2 others until 20 or 26. I wish you guys lots of love. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you have fun, because at the end of the day, in the closed beta, it's all about having fun. Whatever makes you have fun, maybe you just have fun getting achievements or talking to people, or just looking around at the beautiful landscape, the scenery, then just do that. Don't do anything that doesn't make you have fun. I just wanted to help those of you who want to level up fast, or who want to know what are the key things that might be worth taking a look at. But other than that, if you have any other questions, I will be streaming today throughout the first day of closed beta. I want to have level 1 to level 50, those 14-15 hours, a full stream, one sitting, get to end game, just to celebrate Lost Ark as an MMORPG, because I've been with this game for so many years already in all sorts of other regions. So I'm gonna celebrate Lost Ark and scratch my itch finally of playing it by doing it in one sitting alongside with you guys. Hop on to my stream. I stream on YouTube right here on this channel where you're watching the video. If you have any other questions about anything in the game, very happy to help you during my stream and later on in the comments of this video as well. Lots of love again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you really soon. Take care.